What's up, man? Just waiting for training. Waiting for it. Got a good turnout. Fallujah. It might be a modified Fallujah. But it's Fallujah. We're up at here. Pick up, drop off. I'll never forget. Yeah. Where M2 flipped right here. Or right here. One of those turns. minutes. I don't think we're going to get many more people. So that's 6-2.
talking.
Yeah, Doc. Okay.
We're good to go. I'll kick it off.
Is Alabaster here?
Right here.
Alrighty, let's not waste any time then. I'm not gonna go too in depth. We can save that for another day if we need. Basically, we'll just cover ACE and how it functions in ARMA. I won't go into explaining how it functions in real life or how it parallels to real life. I posted 2 images in Onyx general chat just now, just for your reference. Save them if you want. It's more or less just like a checklist of how to do CLS. So basic CLS, we'll start with that. Can anybody tell me what March is, or it stands for?
Massive hemorrhaging, airway, respiratory, circular, and what's the last one?
Hypothermia and
yeah, hypothermia. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much, and that's a very basic way of like, what is my priority when treating a patient, right? So massive hemorrhage obviously is number 1. If you have an arterial bleed or whatever, ACE is hoping to add that in the future, but for now we don't have to worry about that. But different kinds of bleeds, more or less all you need to know is if they have an extreme bleed or multiple areas of bleed, you need to take care of those first, because without blood you can't pump oxygen. Without oxygen your organs can't function. So like in the checklist, massive hemorrhage, M, that's the first one you want to check. Stop the bleed. Obviously tourniquets apply faster than bandages. I know everybody uses bandages anyway. I'm guilty of that as well. But in the event of somebody taking like a bunch of shrapnel from an explosion, right, like Miller did the other night, if you're bleeding from 4 extremities, your head and your chest, it might behoove you to put tourniquets on those extremities. We don't have truncal tourniquets in game, so you can't tourniquet the chest. You obviously can't tourniquet the head, because if you tourniquet someone's neck, you're just gonna fucking choke them out and they're gonna die anyway. So if you can, if they're, you know, bleeding all over, you want to tourniquet the limbs and then worry about bandaging the head / the torso. And then you want to check airway. Once you get them on the ground, you can check their pulse and you can check their respiratory or their breathing. I don't know what the prompt actually says, or at least I don't remember off the top of my head.
Respiratory
More or
rate.
less, if your heart's not beating, you're probably not breathing either. So if there's no pulse, I wouldn't even worry about checking the respiratory. But you do need to check their airway. Usually you want to put them on their back and then lift chin, check airway. If there's vomit, you can put them in a recovery position. 9 times out of 10, and in the real world, you want to put them in their left recovery position, because that's going to take pressure off of their inferior vena cava, and it's going to make it easier for blood to flow. I don't know exactly if ARMA has that mechanic, but that's the rationale behind that. Then you check the airway once they're on their side. Is it blocked? If it is, it's vomit. It could be a myriad of things, IRL, you know, like if an explosion threw a bunch of dirt up and you inhaled it and it fucking clogged your esophagus, then that's a thing. But ARMA doesn't have that, so check the airway. If there's vomit, clear it. You can put a King LT in, which is just a supraglottic, like laryngeal tube, and all that does is just open the airway, basically. In my experience in ARMA, I don't think it actually makes a difference. I think the big deal is the tension pneumothorax. I've noticed now that you can be walking with a pneumothorax, which is just a collapsed lung. So if you have a hole in your chest cavity, your body has negative pressure inside. If there's a hole, now the pressure is destabilized, so you're going to have a bunch of air enter your chest cavity from the atmosphere, and your lung's not going to be able to reinflate itself. That's a bad deal, because now you can't use that lung. So what you want to do is needle decompression first, if it allows you. But the most important thing is putting a chest seal on the hole, and you can do that just by looking at the chest with the chest seal in your hand. It'll give you the option to put it on. If you can't put it on, they don't need it. But it's always a good idea to carry at least one NCD and one chest seal. If they have pneumothorax, go ahead, slap that chest seal on there. And then you can proceed basically with everything else that you know about ACE Medical, which goes into C of March, which is your circulation / cardiac arrest. You want to check oxygen levels at a point that is possible to you, but the main thing is checking pulse. If they have no pulse, obviously, what do? We go into CPR, right? If they have a hemorrhage class of 3 or more, you're going to want to slap a saline on them. If you are working on a body, if you are lucky enough to have somebody assist you, which in our small unit tactics, you're probably going to be working on somebody themselves unless one of the medics are there to take over for you. And whenever they're in cardiac arrest, obviously you want to make sure that their airway's secure, that you want to make sure they're not tension pneumothorax anymore, or at least you've sealed their chest cavity. And then you perform CPR. I haven't fudged with the numbers so much, but the general rule of thumb is 30 compressions. So if you could just count it out in your head or kind of watch your guy, you want to do 30 compressions and then hop off, check pulse again. If he has no pulse, he's not breathing, right? So don't worry about checking respiratory. That's just going to waste time. If there's still no pulse, hop back on it. Never hurts to hit them with an epinephrine when they're in cardiac arrest, because that's just going to increase your likelihood of getting a pulse back to them. So somebody's down, cardiac, airways clear, CPR, 30 compressions, hop off, hit him with an epinephrine, check pulse again. Still no pulse, 30 more compressions. Keep going until whenever you hop off, you can get a pulse from them. Even if it's a low pulse, like something like 80, 90, as long as they have a pulse when you're not actively compressing, that means they're coming back too. That said, if you're working in tandem with somebody and you got 2 people working on a body, you can get a false pulse. And what I mean by a false pulse is, say somebody's down, they're in cardiac, I'm giving CPR, and as I'm giving CPR, someone checks his pulse. And their pulse reads like 102 or whatever it may be. Well, that's not actually true. Their pulse is 102 because blood's pumping through their body, because I am compressing their heart, and I am pumping their heart and their blood for them as I'm doing CPR. As soon as I stop, their pulse is going to get away. So it does you no good to check pulse while someone's actively doing CPR.
Can I throw a little arma hit in for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're doing CPR, just if you watch the eyes, you'll know when their pulse comes back when their eyes start flicking around again.
Yeah, hell yeah, right on. I didn't know that. Definitely noted.
Yeah, we can test it out. I'll show you.
But from there, we don't have mouth condoms and we don't have oxygen bags yet, so you don't have to worry about like mouth to mouth or doing like a BLS, CLS like they teach in real life, where you do like 30 compressions, 2 breaths, or 15 compressions, 2 breaths if you're working in a team of 2, shit like that. But you definitely want to, once you stop the bleeding, check the airway, make sure the airway is clear, and then CPR, get their heart rate back. If they do get a pulse back, but they have a hemorrhage class 3 to 4, we only have 4 here in ARMA, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can Just look at the chest of the body, check injury, it'll tell you what that is there. If it's class 2 hemorrhage, which just means loss of blood, you can remedy that by saline, and you should if you have it. If you don't have any more saline bags, everybody should have saline bags. Pull one off your down buddy, slap it on them. Class 2 hemorrhage can be brought up if you stick them with an epinephrine and hit him with about 3 to 5 smelling salts. He should pop back up, get into the fight. Class 1 hemorrhage, though, is what you're looking for, because that only takes 1 to 2 smelling salts and then they're back up. After that, that's really pretty much it. I'll go over medication. I'll keep this as short as possible. So obviously we have morphine. Everybody knows morphine. Morphine with the ACE mod does not work like morphine does in vanilla. In vanilla, morphine is like the end-all, be-all, cure-all. You just hit people with a million morphine and they turn into the Terminator. That's not how it works in ACE. If somebody's down and you give them morphine, they're going to stay down longer. It's going to be harder for them to react to the smelling salts. It's going to be harder for the epinephrine to take effect. Epinephrine raises heart rate. There's also phenylephrine, which lowers heart rate and blood pressure. And the main thing is blood pressure. In my experience in this game, kind of worthless. You're really never going to run into a situation where you have to use that unless somebody's been hit with like 5 or more epinephrine in a span of just a couple minutes. Then you have, what else do we have? Yeah, epinephrine, morphine. Morphine's only good for mitigating pain. So everybody's seen that white flash on your screen whenever you're wounded. That's pretty much all morphine's good for in the ACE mod. So administer morphine to get rid of the pain, get rid of the weapon sway, but you don't need to be giving morphine to anybody if they're down and out. If they are, you're just going to leave them incapacitated longer. So my go-to is control bleeding, tourniquets, apply in 2-3 seconds. Bandages take about 7 to 10 seconds to apply. So tourniquets when you can, then bandage. Tourniquets can still bleed through, so you might have, say, like I had a injury to my right arm and my right leg. Somebody tourniqueted both of them. It might still show a bleed on me. That's because a tourniquet's not always perfect, especially when you have all this equipment on and all that bullshit. So you want to swap for bandages when you can. If they're up and they're wearing a tourniquet, it's going to slow them down. It's going to affect their aiming, yada yada.
Tourniquets will also stop saline transfusion.
Yes. And so bandage or tourniquet, then bandage, then pull the tourniquets off, replace bandages where needed. In the ACE mod, it's very rare, but I have seen it happen. Bandages can come off. So, like, say somebody fixed you, and then you start running, you're clearing a building or whatever, and all of a sudden you notice you're bleeding again. That's because your bandage is compromised. So you might have to add another one. But if you're up in the fight at that point, you can do that yourself. Saline, medication, and you're pretty much good to go. Once somebody's back up in the fight, that's really all you need to worry about. They are good enough to take care of themselves at that point. Just don't go buck wild with the morphine or the epinephrine because you can overdose on both. There is naloxone, also known as Narcan. That counteracts a morphine overdose. There is nothing to help you from an overdose of epinephrine, but you have to get really crazy with the epinephrine to overdose on it. Really, that's about all I got on that in terms of like March in a very crash course scenario. Now that said, just a couple, not necessarily SOP because we'll work this out, but when working on people in a TCCC or a You're Under Fire environment, can somebody answer me this? What is the #1 battlefield medicine?
Boletes.
Yes, exactly. More bullets. Nothing's going to defend you, your downed comrade, and the rest of your allies more than more bullets downrange. Suppress the enemy. If we've got small unit tactics and we got 4 or 5 people wanting to stop when we take a casualty and everybody wants to look at this dude and make sure he's okay, well, guess what? The enemy's not suppressed, and now they're shooting at us and we're taking more casualties, and it's just going to spiral into a fucking bigger disaster than we already have. So, number one, everybody should just be shooting down range. Suppress
you
the
gonna use
target,
that now?
move forward, do what you
You
gotta
gonna take
do.
that with you?
If we have
The
medics
lighter
on
I just handed
standby,
you.
we'll handle it.
Okay.
If we don't, you really should never have more than one. If you're lucky enough, 2 people working on a casualty. If you have a casualty, say we're taking a street or we're in a mount situation or we're moving down the street, somebody goes down, suppress the target, move towards objective, and if you can, move that body into whatever nearest cover it is. You don't want to just, and I'm guilty of this myself sometimes, you don't just want to pull them into an alleyway or behind a corner of a building. You want to get to actual solid defensible cover, whether that's a building or anything of the sort. Once you get him in there, then you can render your aid. Unless he got blown up by an IED and he's bleeding out of every extremity, he's probably going to be fine to be bleeding for a good 2-3 minutes before he's actually going to die. So, you know, you got a little time to work and shoot, move, communicate, figure out what you're going to do, get this guy out of the way, and then start working on him, because it does no good for us to start working on a guy and then just take more casualties because we wanted to hop on him quickly. And honestly, that's really about all I got.
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna down this gentleman right here, Scott Ted. I want you to run us through what our CLS needs to look like before you even get there.
Yeah, before I get on the body?
Yeah, but just act like you are one of us, and then you can get there in time.
So we're taking contact. I don't know where it's from here. I'm going to suppress the enemy. If possible, or if necessary for a situation, we're going to throw down smoke. Obviously, smoke is not always the best thing we can do. I'm reloading. I'd call for somebody else to fire. Now, whenever I'm up to the body, I'm going to move. I'm going to call somebody else. I'm going to say, hey, Phobos, take over, cover me. I'm pulling this body. I'm going to drag him back into whatever cover I can find. Carry, drag, whatever you need to do. Say I carried him into a small building to the side. Phobos is covering. All right, I'm letting him know, hey, body's secure. Go ahead, lift fire, continue, do what you need to do. This guy, he's got no bleeds, surprisingly, even though he took multiple bullets. So there's not a whole lot I can do for him, but I would run through my march pause, right? So I'm checking, I'm doing what we call a blood sweep. It's hard to see in game, so it's easiest just to hold R1 or whatever your key bind is, and then you can see all like the little plus signs. Some will be red, some will be yellow. You'll see where the bleeds are coming from. You want to do a blood sweep, extremities first. If extremities are bleeding, then I'm pulling out a tourniquet. I'm doing that. If he's got an extremity bleed and a truncal bleed, then I'm going to tourniquet the extremity, and then I'm going to bandage the chest / the head. After the bleeding is stopped, I'm going to check his airway, I'm going to check his respiratory. So you go to his head, you can check respiratory rate. This guy, he's at 14 breaths per minute. That's about what you want. That's pretty normal. I don't have to worry about him having a tension pneumothorax. If he had a collapsed lung, he would not be breathing 14 breaths a minute. But I know that since he's breathing, he also has a heart rate. So I don't have to check his pulse nor perform CPR. Then I'm just going to go down the ass hand of that checklist that I sent on the chat there, get him all his bleeding stabilized, and then look for smelling salts, or look for his hemorrhage class. Say he's at a standby. He's at a class 2 hemorrhage. So class 2 is good enough to get smelling salts in. I usually just give him an epinephrine anyway to be safe, because that's going to raise his heart rate, kind of jack him up. It's basically just fucking meth. Bleeding stopped, epinephrine's in, he's got a pulse, he's breathing, he's stable. That's what I mean by stable. If he's not bleeding out, if he's breathing and he has a pulse, that means he's stable. If he's not breathing, if he doesn't have a pulse, if he's still bleeding, he's not stable. If somebody is stable, then mission dictates. It's all TC, you know, depending on what we're doing, where we're at. Are we on defense? Are we trying to get an HVT? Are we on the exfil? If he's stable enough here, I don't have to worry about trying to get him back up. I can pick his ass up and put him in the Vic or whatever it is, move him to where I need to move him. For sake of this, let's say we're on like a fob defense. He's stable, but he's not up. I'm going to get him up. So I hit him with some salts. After I hit him with the epinephrine, he's on a class 2. Like I said, class 2 might take 5 to 7 salts. Sometimes it takes more. You just keep trying it. You can hit him with a saline. Saline's the only thing that's going to get your hemorrhage class down, obviously, because it's putting more fluid into your bloodstream. And you just keep hitting him with the salts. So this guy's got a pulse of 136. That's a little high, but I hit him with an epinephrine, so that's to be expected. His respiratory rate is still 14. That's exactly what I want. He was in a right recovery position, which is fine. You can have him in either recovery position or his back, but as we can see now, he's back up. Does anybody have any questions? I know I'm flying through it, but I feel like it's more or less self-explanatory.
Is anybody unfamiliar with the needle decompression and the chest seals? I think that's kind of a new thing for some people.
Yeah, that's the hardest one to simulate. The only way I've been able to simulate that is if you get a fresh body and shoot them on the right side of their chest, not the left side, because you'll just kill them. It registers as a heart shot.
If you want to do it to me, I'll let me know when it happens. I'll just keep healing myself.
Yeah. So, aim for right chest. I'm going to try and give him a collapsed lung. Okay, perfect. That actually worked. So he has a class 1 hemorrhage with a heavy bleed, and he has a tension pneumothorax. If you check his injury, if you don't know what that is, just come up here, look at him, check his injury, and it'll show pneumothorax, right? So he's got a chest bleed. I obviously can't tourniquet his chest, so I'm going to go ahead and bandage that. Now that I've secured the bleeding, I'm moving on to his airway. Look at his head, lift chin, nothing there. Put him in his recovery position. Check his head, no vomit. I'm going to put him back on his back. Now he's in pneumothorax. Realistically, what you're going to have to do is use a needle decompression, which is an NCD kit. It looks like this. It looks just like any other of the medications. You're going to look at his chest. It's going to give you a prompt. If you can use it, use it. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out a chest seal to seal, and it looks like this. It looks like a CD for everybody that was still alive when we had CDs. I'm going to put this on his chest to secure the hole and restabilize the pressure to his chest. Now that he has that there, I'm checking his respiratory. I'm going to see, is he breathing now that he was given the chest seal? No. He has 0 breaths per minute. He has no respiratory rate. Now I'm going to check his pulse. Well, if he's not breathing, is his heart beating? No. He has 0 heart rate. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead, my usual go-to, I'm going to hit you with an epinephrine just pre-operatively, or prophylactically, rather, and then 30 chest compressions. Just count them, or watch your guy, or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, staying alive, shit like that.
Yeah, if you take a look at my eyes, that's the trick I was talking about.
Yeah, I see him rolled back, I don't see him flickering. But the main thing is, once his, yep, you just blinked a little bit. Let's see if that did anything. So I'm gonna pop off. First thing I'm gonna do before I do anything, I'm gonna go right back, check his pulse. He has a heart rate of 0, so I'm hopping back on it, right? I know he's not bleeding anymore. I know he's got no compromisation to his airway. So this is all I can do at this point.
Yeah.
Stay on the CPR.
When I'm talking about my eyes, you'll see my eyes move around, dart all over the place.
And sometimes this takes a long time. You know, I've had to sit there and do 6 or 7 sets of chest compressions on people. You never really know. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 7. You just got to keep going. I promise you, if you did everything right, you stopped their bleeding, you cleared their airway, you give them saline, you give them epinephrine, they will come back. But it takes multiple sets. You can't sit there and do CPR for fucking 3 minutes and expect something to happen. You have to do about like 30 seconds / 30 compressions, pop off, check again, repeat. Now, the main thing about CPR is you're pumping their heart to get oxygen into his limbs and, more importantly, his brain and his organs, so that they don't go hypoxia and start to experience organ failure. So if I'm by myself, for example, or if I'm on like a recon team and it's just us two, I'm going to hit CPR a couple times. If I'm in contact, now that I've pumped a little blood into his body, he's got a minute or 2 to live. Now I'm going to fucking do what I need to do, throw a smoke, throw some suppression down, move him if I have to, and then I'm going to hop back on it. And you just rinse and repeat. You know, if you're getting overwhelmed, and I mean, if it's bad enough, sometimes you got to cut your losses and leave the guy. That's unfortunate to say, but it is what it is. But if you can afford it, compressions, epinephrine, smoke, suppress, move, repeat. Just keep doing it, and they will come back up eventually. Now, once you're done with this and you get them pulse, yeah, go ahead, Alabaster.
Oh, I hate to interrupt you, but I see you pull out your equipment really quickly. How do you organize your quick slots, and how do you organize your inventory so you can effectively pull out what you need?
So I am on console, so it might be a little different for PC, but me personally, I've always been like a medic in these milsim scenarios. So in my quick wheel, it's basically all medical minus like a grenade and a smoke. If not, I put all my medical in the same area, for example, like my backpack or my drop leg, so I can just quickly open my inventory, hop down there, grab what I need. Sometimes I still have to do scroll for it, like I don't have my chest seals on my quick wheel, but I know where they are, so I get there real quick. Pull one out, yada yada.
Okay.
And he popped up without a smelling salt, so that's cool. But normally, once you do the chest compressions, like I hopped off of him, and right before he popped up, I looked at either his head or his wrist. You can check his pulse. If he has a pulse, then he's good enough. Once he has a pulse and you're not doing compressions on him, it's time for salts. If he has like a class 3, class 4 hemorrhage, he's just bled way too much. You're going to have to give him saline, and you're going to have to wait. There's no way around that. But class 2, class 1 hemorrhage, hop off compressions, check pulse. Pulse is good, salts. And he's going to pop up every time.
Yeah, and also Alabaster, if you're on PC, if you press left control and H, which you can change the keybind setting later, it will pull up that medical menu for you.
I see. Thank you.
So
So
while
Do
you're
you
looking at
have
it,
any questions? Other than the menu shit. Negative? Alright, good. Scout, did you get a GM heal? Do you know?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and shoot you again, and I'm going to try and do a pneumo just so we can get experience, because I know a lot of you guys have probably never seen this, so we're going to run through. Who wants to be first? Just step by me if you want to be first.
If you've never done it, then
Don't be
hop
shy.
on.
There you go.
done.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot Scout. Can't guarantee he's pneumo, but go ahead and get him up. Even if he's not pneumo, it's the same thing. Check bleeding, check airway, check respiratory, check pulse, CPR if needed.
He is.
He died. Tell us what you're doing.
Alright, I'm bandaging his chest right.
If you check his injuries, you'll see he has a pneumothorax. If you don't have a chest seal, which you probably don't, I'll drop one for you.
I got one on my leg
I
patch too.
got one, buddy.
Oh, perfect. Fucking my hero. Alright, there you
just
go.
give him the chest seal.
Chest seal,
I'm gonna check his
now you've
pulse.
secured his airway.
I find a heart rate of 0. I'm gonna give him an epi before I start my chest compression. Alright, starting first round of chest compressions.
Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
Alright, there's 30 pumps. Checking his. Still heart rate of 0. I'm gonna do another round of chest compressions.
Yes, sir.
Fourteen, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Checking pulse. Alright, still heart rate of 0. Going for another round of chest compression.
Yep. And for those of you standing around, feel free to check his pulse while he's pumping. So he just told you he had a pulse of 0, right? Now check the pulse on the body while he's pumping it, and you'll see that it probably has a pulse of like 100 something. That's because he's pumping the blood himself. We call that a false pulse. You don't ever want to read a pulse whenever somebody's compressing.
Heart rate's still 0. Can I administer another epi?
You can do a second epinephrine. You will overdose on morphine if you give 3 morphine or more in around 5 or less minutes. They'll overdose. For an epinephrine, it takes somewhere around like 7 epinephrine in about a 5-minute stretch. So
Well,
you
I
really
only
got to be
carry
trying
2.
to kill somebody on epinephrine.
Fourth round of chest compressions.
And like I said, sometimes this takes a while. I've been known to sit there and have to do like 7 rounds of compressions on somebody with only a class 1 hemorrhage.
Checking pulse. Okay, he's at 153.
Nice.
Yep. So it's a little high, but that's also because he has 2 epinephrine. But the fact that he has a pulse is a good sign. Now check his hemorrhage class. His hemorrhage class is 1. I'd go ahead and give him a salt. I bet he pops right up.
Somebody give me a salt. Someone get this guy a salt.
Yep, I'll drop you one. For the salt, you just look at their nose and hold it under their nose. Might take a couple. Now look at his head. One thing we didn't check, he's got something.
He's got vomit.
Yep, you need to clear that. His airway's obstructed.
Alright.
Mom spaghetti.
Alright,
And-
3 smelling salts administered.
The same for checking. Yep, he's back up.
Nice.
So that's good shit. Same as checking for the vomit, you look at the head. That's also where you check your respiratory rate. You can also look at their chest. There's supposed to be a rise and fall of the chest when they breathe. I haven't actually tested it myself. I don't know if it's automatic or not, or if it actually stops when they're not breathing.
No, it's always moving.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. We got another down. Serious injury. Who's on him?
Alabaster, get on it, brother.
We've got Ted has serious injury, impaired movement. What is this? Checking
If
pulse.
you want to drop me, you can have another person go.
Yep.
Pulse is 130. Checking injuries.
Someone get on it.
Doc, since I was late, if you want, you can drop me and let someone else go, and I'll just get fun up with you later on it.
All right, this guy's got just a serious injury, improving.
All right. You got a fucking chest arm. All right. Who's on him? I got a third one down. I need somebody over here. Somebody that hasn't done it. Stokes, Phobos, Tyler, somebody. Check bleeding, secure bleeding. Check airway, secure
I think
that.
we lost him.
All right, down me. I'll do it for him.
Damn. There you
Checking
go.
injuries.
If he has a pneumothorax,
He's
which
got
is
a
what I'm
pulse of
looking for,
122.
let me know. I'll give you a chest seal. If he's got pulse, that's
Serious injury. Hemorrhage
first
1,
thing you
heavy
wanna check is
bleeding.
bleeding. Stop his bleeding before you do anything. Stop his bleeding.
He's got a pneumothorax. I gave him a chest set. I need to give him sneeze decompression as well.
So I want to
Normally
grab.
you'd have to do it first. If you pull out your needle decompression and look at his chest, if it gives you the option to do so, do so. It's probably going to
Bandaging.
say no.
Yeah, I'm giving
Okay,
some
good.
right now.
Perfect. There you go.
Okay.
Then you have the chest seal again.
Yep.
I have one on my leg.
Perforated his chest seal. I got one. I dropped it for you, Ninja. It's on the ground. Yeah, you always want to check needle decompression first, because if you use it after you use your chest seal, all you're doing is putting a hole in that chest seal.
Arma says he doesn't need it. That
Okay,
is
you've
so
got a
weird,
red
but-
check on your chest, so
He might not. I mean, that's how it works in real life. I don't.
checking
know about-
I mean,
injuries.
I gave it to him before, so this guy's about to get up soon anyway.
Okay, you got a class 3. I believe that's your chest, so let me get another.
Dropping. Why?
When I get up, Doc, I'll drop that front
Bandaging,
chest plate.
chest.
No, you're good, brother. You're down, and we got what we needed. Did he have a heart rate, Tyler? If he had a heart
He
rate, he
did.
doesn't need. Yeah, if his heart's
Even if
beating,
it's
you don't
slow?
have to give him the CPR. Even if it's slow, it's fine. It's probably because he lost a lot of blood and it's not pumping very fast.
I put a saline on him already, I think.
I like
Yep,
the way you
put a
touch me.
saline on him. You did good.
So if I see, I've hit
His
alt
hit
here. I
is
don't have any more
improving.
red
Now go ahead,
checks.
You hit him with a morphine, so one,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
didn't
want
have
to.
a saline.
You don't want to put
Saline
morphine
would
on
probably be
somebody that's
good
down.
here.
It's going to keep him down longer. What you're going to
Oh,
want to
yeah,
do
'cause it's
here.
depressant, right?
Yes, exactly. What you're going to want to do here is hit him with an epinephrine.
I need epi. So would that be
Yep,
also why his
looking
heart
good
rate
over
went
here.
down?
He's got a
Saline.
class 4 hemorrhage alabaster, so
How am I missing it? I'm hitting alt and I'm not seeing. I bandaged
he's
him.
not bleeding.
Oh, I bandaged his arm and his chest.
Yeah, he's not bleeding anymore. The hemorrhage means I know it's counterintuitive. It doesn't mean what it actually means in real life as it does in game. Consider the class of hemorrhage and Arma, just how much blood they have lost. Right?
Okay.
So you stopped his bleeding, but he's lost a lot of blood.
I gave him saline. That's
Yep,
the
and
last thing I did.
It'll take a while for that saline to get back in, but
Okay.
see, now it's at class 3. It'll slowly come back up.
I'll come back.
But if he has a pulse and if he's breathing,
yeah,
then he's
gave you some
good.
Too many drugs,
Basically,
but
all
you're
well,
good.
he has no pulse.
Okay,
so
that's
that's
new.
not good. Yep. So you're gonna want to start CPR. Look at his chest. There you go. Give him about 30 pumps.
5,
He's breathing.
10, 15, 20. There's 30.
Checking pulse.
Checking pulse.
You weren't supposed to
Checking
die.
pulse.
130.
155. Got a heart rate.
Alright, so if he has a pulse after you've done CPR, that
Yep.
means his heart's beating without you having to make it beat.
Right.
So from there, you're going to do everything that I explained. You're going to give him epinephrine if he needs it. You already gave him one.
I don't.
You're
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
give him
have
smelling
any.
salts if you can.
I don't have
That's
any.
fine.
Yeah, can you
Okay, I'll
drop some?
for
Yeah.
you. Yep.
You can always check the body of the person.
Oh,
as
that's a
well.
good idea.
Yeah, and we'll change the SOP so everybody's at least carrying a little of something, so you can pull it off a body if you run out. But like I said, if he's class 3 or class 4 hemorrhage, he's probably not going to come out on or come up on salts alone. You're going to have to get him saline and simply wait. There's nothing else you can do but wait until that hemorrhage comes up to class 2 or class 1.
Okay. I gave him one.
Ninja, you drop this.
Oh, that's yours to keep, man.
He's at class 2 hemorrhage. He's got epinephrine in.
Pulse is
him.
120.
Or no, go ahead and hit him with an epinephrine, Alabaster. 20 is a very low pulse.
Stand by. No, it was 120.
Oh, 120, that's good. But go ahead and hit him with an epinephrine anyway. I just do it just to be safe.
Rough way to die. Yeah, no, I popped before I took the chest thing.
Epinephrine.
Alright, now go back to the salts. Try 1 or 2 more salts.
He wasn't supposed to die.
Salt. How long should I wait?
Sometimes you don't really have to wait at all. Sometimes it just takes several.
Salting.
You've got a thing in your mouth.
I know he gave me
you
my
can-
gift back. Yeah, I have 2 of these now.
Wake up!
Yeah, he's still on a class 2 hemorrhage, so it might take 5 to 7 salts.
Walk up to the light.
Dang. Salt him up.
Did we get this guy up over here?
I got him up.
Administering salt.
Oh, it was Ninja.
Yeah, I got him up.
You know it's more effective than assault, right?
A little
Sternal rub.
reach around.
Ah, taser. Taser to the tank.
Give him some more saline. What I would do.
I am out of salt and saline.
I got you. There you go.
Armor the just you. Fucking reaching in.
He's not. I think he's just being lazy now.
Just keep hitting him with salts. He will come up eventually. When in doubt,
His-
salt it out.
His blood pressure is pretty low.
Yeah, he had a class 4.
Looks like it's starting to climb.
Salt.
His oxygen level's good. Respiratory's good. Pulse is honestly perfect.
He's napping.
Yeah, and like Ninja just did, never be afraid to hit him with an extra epinephrine. You got to hit him with several in a short amount of time.
Clear
Oh,
vomit.
here's what's wrong. Yep, somebody just cleared his vomit. Nobody looked at his head to see if he was puking or not.
Is he puking from the salt?
I checked
No,
earlier. He
it
must.
was-
He must have puked.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it happened after the fact.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I
but
checked it
if so,
earlier.
cool.
I checked it before. Okay.
Get out. Get it out.
Denver's some fucking hellacious compressions for him.
Stop fucking jumping on my chest, man.
Wake up. It's time to wake the fuck up.
The scrotum crunch to see if he's fucking up.
Just keep hitting him with salts. He will come up, I promise. He's on a class 2 hemorrhage. It takes a lot of salts on a class 2. If he can afford another saline, go ahead and hit him with the saline.
before and afterward jumping on me ruined it. It's against SOP, bro. I'm gonna be
You should be able to get up there.
He's
Oh, yeah.
gonna take a nap.
Okay, SOB not waking the fuck up.
There you
Yay!
And he's up. All right. Everybody get the gist of it.
go. Yep.
Done.
If we're all
Alright.
tracking, I got one more thing left. Everybody hit me with a morphine. I'm gonna pass out from an OD. Somebody needs to give me naloxone and then bring me back to life. I'm not gonna talk you through it.
We take it to the Diddy closet.
I love doing this in
Alright,
public.
that's
I'm not a
good.
drug addict, I promise.
You like the
fuck
needle?
yeah. Ugh. So good.
I'll show you a
If
needle.
you're not a drug addict, you will be after this.
Now it does take a while. Oh,
Giving him some naloxone. There you go.
You like needles?
How much can we give him?
Can you OD on naloxone?
no,
I
you
don't think
cannot.
so. Oh,
You
yeah.
cannot. You cannot OD on Narcan.
Damn.
Narcan deployed.
But there is no remedy to ODing on epinephrine, so remember that.
Can you OD on grenades?
Give him an
Yes.
epinephrine right now, someone, and then he needs CPR.
I just gave him.
He's got no heart rate. He's still dead.
Yep. Morphine overdose will send you into cardiac arrest. You're gonna have to bring me back just like you would any other way.
What's the normal blood pressure?
120 over 90.
So not 33 over 22.
No, that's bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got a where's the fucking green one? I got it.
Well,
I
hold
gotta
on,
give him
don't. Whoa, I'm giving him.
Yeah, hey, you can check my injuries and see how many shits I've been given. It's probably like 40
What is
morphine
this
at this point.
SPO2?
That's my
I didn't
blood
show it
oxygen
anymore.
level.
It ran out of your oxygen level.
Your eyes are flickering.
Don't give him no phenylephrine. His
It's
blood
got
pressure is
83%.
Let's see.
not too.
Lowers blood pressure.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
about to
it does?
hit you with that. I'm like, oh no.
You got high blood pressure, okay heart rate. Oh. Good morning.
And I'm up. That was one hell of a trip. Thank you, gentlemen. That's really all I got. Simple enough. You guys have seen it. Most of you have gotten experience of a pneumothorax. Most of you know
Forgot
how
the
to
most
handle a
important.
hemorrhage, know how to handle CPR, know what... Who gave me a binky? Anyway. Does anybody have any confusion, have any questions? Does anybody not get a chance to experience this, do CPR, anything of the sort? If not, we'll move on.
I feel fine. Real quick, everybody who's on PC, do you do Control H?
I do. It makes everything easy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna open up the fucking ACE UI. So then you don't have to go in your inventory and fucking start moving everything around your quick slots. It's just the full panel of everything that you need to access to get your guys up. So
I think Phobos and I are the only two console plebeians on here right now, but it's the same for us. If you go into your settings, go to ACE, you can hotkey that and pull up the ACE wheel as well on console. And it makes it a lot easier for triage whenever you're looking at the body. You can just pull up the wheel and it'll tell you what's
Oh,
wrong
it makes
with
it
them.
so much easier. Oh my god, I
Doc,
didn't know
pull the
that
pinky out
existed.
your mouth.
alright, I'd recommend it. Everybody relook at your kits, get what you need, specifically for CLS. I'll give that 5 mics, and then Scout's gonna run us through an FTX.
Yeah, just something simple.
Everybody, if you don't have them, I would highly recommend you carry at least 2 naloxone, 2 epinephrine, minimum of 4 to 8 morphine, minimum of 4 to 8 epinephrine, 1 to 2 saline, and at least 1 chest seal, and at least 1 needle decompression kit, as long as 1 King LT tube.
I read your fucking...
Then go ahead and save it.
7-page job board.
For what?
Hey, does a medical kit have all that stuff in it?
No.
No, it doesn't have any of it.
Said you should have sent the contract. 75K non-refundable deposit and then 125K at mission completion.
Yeah, we're in the pit.
Okay, come out of your toy.
Don't fly over the town. You can fly over there, Philip. You're fine there, but don't fly over the town.
So apparently you can laze with this thing. I'm about to find the fuck out.
I'll show you how.
Doc, you gonna be available tomorrow afternoon sometime?
I don't know exactly, like 100% how, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll be available tomorrow, and I'll be available in like
behind you,
3 to 5 minutes.
like,
I'm just
into your
letting shit out.
There should be like a little thing that says like aircraft something or whatever. It opens a map too. Have you seen that?
Oh my god, it's so loud.
Can I shoot it?
It ain't like you're gonna hit it.
You said what?
Hey, if anybody wants to join my group, I'll filter us out in teams.
Everybody join my group.
Try that again. Just looking for some glasses.
Alabaster, you.
Just got back.
Alrighty. If you guys want to hear me, get closer. If not, then stay away. This is just a basic mountain lane that we're doing. If you guys open your map, I've already kind of drawn it up. Red square that you see there, there's already a hostile element in there. Pretty thick cover. What I was kind of what I want to work on is just our movement through a town. So I'd like to give us a relative time limit to get from the drop-off point to the pickup point. So Tyler will drop us off on that southern LZ that you'll see there. It's marked, literally drop off 023018. From there, I want to move our teams up to the pickup point in 022024. We're going to move through in the sense of a mount town. We can clear builds you want. You guys want to set up by fires, we could do that. But the goal is to get through this town in a lot of time. My estimated time for us to do this is 20 minutes. You may think that's a long time. I walked this on foot before we got in the server. It took me about 5 minutes to walk from one point to another. So assuming with a contact and if we take casualties, it's going to take a little longer. So giving us some time, some leeway time to obviously recover those casualties, get them back up if needed, and still get to that point. At the pickup point, when we get there, it'll be marked by a helipad for our reference. We're going to hold that area. Hopefully we clear the area enough to where Tyler can actually land. So Tyler, for your own bearing, it may be a hot landing. So we'll do our best to make sure you can land safely. We'll smoke it out and try to hold security there for you to come in and pick up from there. Just for my recommendation, you can override me if you want. If we do, so I have us split up into two teams. Obviously, the teams don't ever really stay together. When we're moving through a mount, we kind of stay together. The only time we kind of break apart is when we get in CQB. So we have a red team, blue team. Alabaster, if you join my squad, I'll put you on red. Try to keep in your own groups. Let's not get stuck up on security too often. Let's move in our teams. Each team's responsible for themselves. If someone in your team goes down, first thing I recommend doing is obviously provide cover for that. So say if you're team 1, you're moving in front of us, someone takes a casualty, provide cover for that person, and then someone call out once you have cover that you're going to take care of them for the medical. You guys then, I would recommend pulling into the nearest structure, security pause, hold that security. At that point, the other team will either continue moving or hold or bound around you to continue the movement through the area we're going. So if at any point one team's down, you guys are going to sit there with those 4 team members are going to sit there until that person's up, or you guys move them on your back. If both teams have 1 casualty, that's just the way it's going to be. You know what I mean? If we do have 2 casualties, let's try, if we're able to, we'll try to consolidate the casualties in 1 location. If we're not, like I said, your team be responsible for your team. Let's try not to get hung up on the casualties too much, but we have the time. So I expect, like I said, this about to be 20 minutes. You know, if we take a couple of casualties, you know, about 5 minutes for a casualty to go down. So, you know, we have about 2 to 3 casualties we could take before we're going to be hauling ass. So hopefully we don't have any. We just go through it and be successful, but we'll see what happens. Any questions?
Interrogative. Yep.
And then I see people keep crashing.
Yeah, I got an interrogative.
I'll send it.
Yeah, just in terms of the small unit tactics and moving in a mount situation, what's the call on like bridging roads and LDAs?
Yeah, so we walked through these areas already before while we're moving through these small building huts. When you're walking through alleyways, my recommendation, you just keep moving. You kind of guys are responsible for your own security. Don't try to bridge up too often because the main goal is movement. If you get to a heavy contested area, a large crossing that you feel like it's just dumb to run across it at that time, you're trying to get across it, you know, we can set up a bridge. My personal preference is on bridge. You know, we only need a 1-man or maybe even a 2-man bridge, and we bump them. So the first, say the point man gets there, he holds the security. That second man gets up on him, tells him to cross. He holds security. Third man gets on him, tells him to cross, gets on security. I prefer not the peeling method where we're 1 person on security, everybody runs behind them. The reason for that, it kind of really gets everybody disorganized. I'd like to kind of keep that order, but if Di or anybody else thinks otherwise, but realistically, I mean, it's very rare that we run into a very heavy contested grid.
Yeah, you cut out.
You might have DC'd. Yep. While I got a couple seconds, if anybody ever has any questions or any confusion on the CLS and stuff, I mean, I can go into way more detail, and I'd be happy to do some one-on-ones in terms of like hasty CCPs, where to pull a casualty, when to pull a casualty. I think we'll get into that probably in another CLS short form in the future, but you know, there's a lot more to it, but I think for the most part, everybody here caught on to the gist of it, and with the gist that we were trying to get across was just how to use the ACE mod in the ARMA form to get somebody up.
I can't see anybody.
You will in a minute.
Gotta give it time to load, Scout.
Mhm.
Yes, no.
Alright, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Still loading some assets.
Probably these 8 million AI that are placed.
Sorry.
What I said.
Nah, realistically, I think it's the 20k view distance mod. We need to remove that because I've got the server set at 12k by default, which is typically way more than enough. I run my other server at like 5, and it's way more than enough. So I think removing that mod will help with a lot of these frame problems.
Big time.
Only one way to figure it out.
Alright, everyone's here, right?
Yep.
I believe so, but it won't let me join group 1, so it is what it is.
Join another group, and then join group 1.
Alright, I'm in. Stokes, you are the leader of the group. Either you can promote me or just make me and Ninja Blue.
Can I get a helipad spawned?
Fuck no.
Or Ninja, make yourself blue.
Alright, where you're walking then, Doc.
Your weapon is your
We'll watch you from the sky.
your weapon is slowly falling. Look at it go. And there she goes. I always wonder where when I drop a weapon, what happens to it. Apparently, they walk away.
They grow legs and move.
Doc, I'm making you yellow. You're a floater.
It's still
All the
wiggling
ants.
around down there. Yeah, ants are carrying it away.
All the ants, man. Check their colony.
Alright, Scout explained enough. Everyone's tracking the mission.
Explain the what?
Tracking.
Alright.
Good.
Cool. It's mount. We're moving. We're fucking gunning through. We're not taking our time. Reactive contact, fire superiority. Tyler's gonna fly us in on that LZ. And, only thing, blue team, you guys are gonna lead front. Red will follow behind, and we'll bound off of it.
One question.
Yes.
Internal comm. What's our comm?
Red team, you guys are gonna be 32.5. Blue team, 33. And then to reach me or Scout, 32 if needed. I don't imagine that will need too much because we'll be right there with you guys.
Too easy.
And then Pilot Man, Tyler. Where do you want him?
You can do 50.
Radio check.
Okay, tag, I'll let you handle all that pilot shit, Ninja. So just Ninja and fucking Tyler should be on that.
I'm on it.
Since
Being
we'll be
Go ahead.
since we're in there a while, I don't mind if Tyler comes back and grab like a little minigun bird, and if Ninja wants to call on me, support.
I gotta run and let my dog out real quick.
But we're gonna be doing it fast, so you better be on the fly with it.
Tyler, for this exercise, we're not gonna use cash just for the simple fact that they're trying to get us through
Being
the whole town.
floater, I'm gonna
Yeah, you're good.
on
I'll
the
transport you.
infill, I'm gonna ride in
So-
between the 2 teams, and then I'll just get
Over
in
here.
where I fit
I'll tell you
in
what we
when it comes time to shit and get.
Yeah, just roll
I
into
want
the
to
back
use
team,
that
which is
new
me,
helicopter and try to
blue,
scout
and
you
then
guys.
Here's what
if
we're
something
gonna do,
happens,
right?
you can peel off.
So,
Yep, I'll
if
figure it
there's
out.
armor,
Red's internal is 33, correct?
Are you calling in, Cash?
Correct.
Yeah, if there's armor. If you see anything, we'll just call that shit hot or not operative, right?
Lima Charlie.
If we
Lima
need it
Charlie.
otherwise, let these guys move through town according to the team, do their thing, just so they are used to not having that support in the first place.
5x5.
What I will say is
Blue team
call
radio check.
targets to meet early, that way it can relay it to the team over
Lima.
5 or tech 0. I don't know. Yes, if you stay in the overhead, obviously it's going around, hey, this is here next to you, blah, 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 blah. You know, tell scout and all that, so.
Alright, how do you want us placed in the little team stack? Lima Charlie.
Miller, you're front man for red.
I'm on 5-4.
Okay.
Radio check.
Stokes, you'll be front man for blue.
Charlie.
Stokes, you want point or rear?
Dice said he wants me point, so.
Okay, point.
What was your ground net? 36?
Ninja, you get the
Reach
Enos.
me on 3-2.
Yeah, no, I'm on 3-2. I'm just listening to you guys. What net? Can I listen to you?
32-5, blue,
Okay.
33 is
32-5
red.
blue.
Copy.
Blue 32-5. Gotcha.
Do you guys have a combined fire team net? Or
32 is the
okay, cool.
bullshit net.
Yeah, I got both those.
Alright, so
We have 8, right? We have 8. We can all fit a little bird.
Ooh, these ranges.
Yeah, your entrance should be between 2 construction buildings. You may get some light contact, but just land behind the building. You'll see the helipad. It's a helipad.
Oh, there's a helipad?
Yeah, I made it easy for you.
Copy. You can remove it if you want.
I can't do shit. I'm not an adult anymore. I just did
Maybe
it
I'll
for
have
the.
Die remove it.
Were you ever technically an adult scout?
You can remove that helipad out there that I'm supposed to land on. I can land in this thing.
Just leave the one in the town, just for our reference. It doesn't
Which
really
one?
affect you. The
Oh, like the
exfil.
icon or whatever?
The exfil.
Oh, the exfil. I see.
Yeah. Gives us a marker to stop at. The infill, there's like a construction building, just put it behind us and then we'll move out. Alright, we getting the little bird?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I'm ready.
let's do it correctly for Tyler, everybody. On your knees. I'll give you the grid cord for LZ Alpha. You'll take us there.
I recommend you flying way out south.
Scout shoot where I'm only gonna have Tyler engage anything that's armor related for this iteration so we can just get used to not having cast in case today we don't have it. I'll pretend like I heard all that. So yes.
Okay, this is the wrong one. Gotcha. That's the wrong one. Go to the other helipad. I thought so.
You're saying no cast, right?
Unless there's armor, I'm not even gonna have him engage anything. He's just gonna scout around. He's gonna let me know what's there. I'll tell you what's there. Then we'll take care of it. He's gonna be doing surveillance briefs, doing break tracks and shit around.
Red 1, blue 2. I'm in the middle.
What is this helicopter? It has no seats, but no guns.
I didn't put it there initially.
What the fuck is it?
Next one over.
Yeah, next helicopter. I guess I've never even seen this one.
Guys.
We got no guns and no seats. Like, what the fuck?
It's a supply, little bird.
But no supply was on it. There was nothing.
Alright, blue 1, red 2. I'm in the middle.
Just enough seats? Yep, we're good.
Do I need to get in the co-pilot?
Yeah, you can if you want.
I just want to make sure you have enough spots.
Yep.
Alright, Tyler. You got 7
Alright, so
times back. Going
Copy.
to LZ Alpha. Grid mark 0233 0188.
setting checkpoints for my white plane fort. If you can point me that way.
What you want to do is don't fly south.
Say we confirm if this is a hot LZ or potentially hot?
Potentially hot.
Copy.
Yep, south, head starts heading southwest. There's some construction buildings, so just make sure we land on the south side of them. That should protect us. Like
South
concrete
side,
building.
copy.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to hang a hard right.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to spin to the right, following this road.
Yeah, it should be good.
Is this the right road here?
Yeah, that's the right road.
Yeah, checkpoint, perfect. At the end of the road, it branches off to the right, and I will follow the
Pretty
right
much
road
dead
here.
north now.
Yep, I'm following this road here. And I have, I believe, eyes on this, just past the hill, correct?
30 seconds.
Looks like it, yep. Yeah, keep going, yeah. It's these construction buildings, yep, past this building. Right there.
Right here.
You're down.
Green.
I clear.
Yes.
Clear.
Stack up me.
Is
1, 2, 1.
Good copy. What's going on? 2
Gotta
minutes.
get blue team on front. Red will back. Roger, we'll take point. Blue team, we're taking point. Ninja, follow me.
I believe I have enemy through those windows straight to my 354.
911. Down behind the blue.
Straight through the windows at 354. They're through the building on the hill. I could see
We're gonna have
three.
to cross right unless we have a fence here. We're gonna have to take this right. Blue team, I got 1 times contact 043,
Let's
200 meters just over this Connex box pass as well. Over.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. 2 confirmed.
We are moving.
3 confirmed.
Big Charlie.
Just over the wall.
We got enemies.
We got enemies on the other side of this building.
There's at least 3 on the other side of that building. There's at least 3 enemies on the other side of this building to my 358.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take this right hole. You are red. You're on the wrong net.
Careful sitting too close to that fence.
At this point, we were 32 tag 5.
Yeah, we're gonna smoke this intersection before we cross. We are 33.
I said 32 tag 5,
Figure
not
it out,
33.
guys. Figure it out. We're in the field right now.
Be advised, we have contacts across the road, 036, 2-story.
Am I clear to engage him? I got a shot.
Well, we're gonna have to set up security, support by fire, so let me get in a little bit, and I'm gonna, once you guys start engaging, I'm gonna run behind you on the other side of that this hole.
Good copy. I'm gonna engage him. Let me know when we get descended.
You're coming on you.
Remember, gentlemen, we're drilling movement, not clearing. All about movement.
Alright, let's move across. Take this alleyway. I got right side, you guys got left?
Got left.
Cross Cross coverage, cross coverage.
Last man.
You're good, you're good.
Moving. Hey.
I'm on you.
Hey, your contact's on my right. Someone on long.
Let's get some spacing.
Audible left.
Hey, get away, IDD. Back up, back it up, back it up.
Hey, we're gonna have to take alternate route. Let's push that.
Well, ID's gone now. Let's keep moving.
I got one directly in front of me.
Second story, second story.
Building 084.
Contact on the roof.
Crossing corners.
Reload. Doc.
Got you.
Got him. He's down.
Right.
Falling behind you, Doc.
One down.
Roger.
811, I need you back on the set.
Danger area right, danger area right.
Forward.
Keep moving.
Hey, Doc, will you get behind me? Let me take
Yeah,
point.
yep.
Contact 022.
Audible left.
Hey, he's in that building with the small window with the light
Rooftop in
next to
front
it.
of us, rooftop.
002.
Rooftop in front of us, rooftop in front of us.
Yeah, good shot. He went to the
Left
first
side,
floor.
left side, left side, left side.
Hey, pull back off that scout. That's a bad angle to go through.
Yep, yep. We got
gotta
multiple contacts
reposition.
over there.
That's
Bravo, start finding us
forward.
find us an alternate route, back out.
We're
121, if you want to hold pressure point, we're gonna bound over to the west. Roger, leave me charge, we'll hold here, let me know we move.
Bubba's.
Blue team, we're gonna hold this, and red team's gonna bound to the left.
Shit.
On you, down.
Down. KIA.
Let me know when you want me to move off this corner.
Well.
1 times KIA, red team.
Second story.
1, this is 1-2, we're breaking down to you. Move, I got you. Stokes, gonna start backing it up. Let's go blue team, let's go blue team. Stokes. I got you covered. Hey, 1-1 on these gentlemen.
Yep, on you.
Where's Alabaster?
Right here. I thought we were collapsing dead.
Al's
Back
here.
with blue.
Keep moving. Al's with us.
Keep
Al's
moving.
with blue. We got.
Good copy.
Hey, contact rear.
Building.
Move.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Keep moving. I got your 6. Just flow.
Scout. Bound back.
Stokes, I got.
We're holding to your west, waiting for your back.
You're good. Roger, let's move, guys. Let's move. Keep it moving, Ninja.
Bound.
Holding you, Stokes. You're good. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Flow. Keep pushing.
I'm down.
Negative. We're on the ground.
Got 1 times down. Enemies on the left on the roof.
This is 1-2, we're linked up with you, keep it moving.
That was my friendly. I didn't know there
I got
was.
contact 0, 200 meters on the roof.
Alabaster, get back up with your team. You guys are ahead of us.
Good copy, guys.
Ginger, you're on rear, just FYI.
I got an info. He's stable.
Hey, from on
Not
rear.
combat
Hey,
effective.
red team currently is a casualty. We're gonna take point. Move up on us. Ninja.
Hey, will you need to shift over to the west?
Roger, blue team to your left.
Yeah, watch my west. I'm taking
Red team,
contact
cover
from
your
behind me.
guys. We're gonna move west.
071, this is 1. We're gonna be bounding west. Blue team bounding west. Over. Hey, guy over at the wall. I got eyes. I'm taking.
Yep, on the second story. Second story. Hi.
Got one. Hey,
ID, back it up, back it up. Alright, look at Ninja.
Yep. Data checking real quick.
Alabaster in the middle of the open.
Red team, how's that casualty coming along?
I'm scoping that whole area.
I'm on it in the open, ready to move up to a secure location. That's your call. Gonna be a minute, he's cardiac.
There's
Blue
a
team, we're gonna hold a pause real quick. We gotta wait for red team to get their guy out.
there's a door right back there.
Roger, we're gonna hold an outer cordon for the
Yeah, we're gonna hold an outer cordon for these red teams, so let's get some defensive posture.
Okay, I'm gonna watch rear. Watching back here.
Alright. I'm gonna cross over. Stoked.
I'm gonna insert myself in this building.
ID.
They'll be back up in a second. Let me get some salts on them.
Sorry about that, Phobos.
Yep, you're good. I got you, brother.
Contact down the street. What's up?
I'm gonna get this building. You gotta cover me while I heal myself.
Me again.
Come in.
Alright, I'm good.
It's just gonna take a second. You still got tension. I'm gonna have to decompress you.
I got audible nearby.
It's
Doc.
gonna hurt.
I heard it.
Doc, can we get him off the street? I got contact starting to move behind us.
Yep. What's
The building-
clear me a path. Where are we going?
Right here, Doc. I got a clean building. It's already cleared.
All
Right here next to me with doors open.
Good copy. If you see my strobe, I have contacts coming down to my position. I'm gonna turn on my light. They're coming to
Alabaster, it's a small building. Let's hold exterior security.
I got it.
Defensive position.
Are those friendlies at 3-5-3 for my position?
Back up. I'm still walking though.
I'm up.
He's up, Phobos. Your gun's up here by the wall.
Center roll 2.
Super, I just
spawned back in. I'm gonna TP here in the next one.
I've got 2-3-5-3 north of my position.
Took some injuries. Once you spawn back in, get your team moved up towards us, and we'll continue the push. Red's up and ready to move.
I believe I have
Roger.
3-5-4
Get back in
for
front.
my
Went
position.
down over here.
Got 2.
Yeah.
I'm good. So, alright.
Red team, I need to reorganize. We're gonna pound on blue.
Yeah, guys are coming around.
Yep, I
Here,
guess I cleared it.
Do you have a sidearm? If you don't, take mine.
Yeah, I got a pistol.
Okay.
Red team, we are bounding the blue spot.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's move.
The barrel's overheated, so my guns are just
Contact
firing.
north 340 on the buildings.
Oh, I have no idea.
This is stupid.
1-2-1 over here.
Let's move.
Friendly, we're good.
Let's move it. Stoke team, move fast. Are you still walking?
Top 3 to 4 5.
I'm injured, so
Who's injured?
Bye.
Come here. Come back here.
This is 1-2.
Folks, come here.
don't stand in front of me.
3-4-8 from my position.
We got two
Suppressing.
legs if you guys want to take point if you can.
We have one times in
Take
when we
that.
get past this
there's
in the
my gun.
northwest on a roof.
No, that's my gun. I have an MP7 too, though. Take that.
9-1. One is doing our we're taking point on assault. Let's dig in. We're taking point on assault.
Got deleted.
Ninja, leak up with red team. We'll catch back up with Doc once he gets us healed.
We're in the red team. Alabaster, I'm
Ninja,
taking
we
the
need
rear.
the same-
I got you,
or,
bump.
Doc, we need the same treatment.
There's one at 003 from my position. I think he's down. There's another one moving.
Okay, good. Go on bump.
Stokes, you're good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to switch to my pistol because my gun just keeps
Okay,
getting hotter.
I'll just
That was
divide
happening to me
IED.
yesterday.
071, this is one. I've linked
Back
up with
out of
red
this
team at
compound
this
and go
time.
hold security to the east. There's a passageway through.
Once I'm up, we're gonna haul out behind red team.
Yep, I'm
Okay,
ready to
we're
go.
ready to rock. Let's go.
Alright. Good copy, direct west on the roof.
9-1, I need you holding that threat. 1-1-2, blue team's back up.
Good copy.
Copy, Ninja, we're back up. This compound has no exit. Follow the pathway to the east.
East, roger.
I can make an exit if needed.
You okay?
Your point.
Phobos,
Your point.
Phobos, we're moving east, brother. There's no exit here.
Dow, we good to push?
Yeah, go.
We gotta run.
On you, blue team behind you.
Yeah. What's up? Phobos is back there just, I don't know what he's doing. He's being Phobos.
Hey, Phobos is in oh, back up, ID.
Hey, bro, we're moving. Let's go.
I'm pushing back forward.
Phobos, get back up with your team. Go behind me.
Northwest block, 45 packs.
Scout, northwest corner of our block, 4 to 5 enemies.
Contact on the roof. Close building northeast.
Last man, Stokes.
1, this is 1-2, be advised. We have 4 to 5 enemies to our northwest.
Copy.
So copy, are they over compound wall?
Are they over the compound wall?
Are they with that compound wall?
Hey, 332 on the second shore.
They're on the western
Doc, can you get an
road.
angle on the alley straight ahead?
6-0.
911, if you're trying to speak to me, I need you on 33. I can't hear from up there, but...
Let me pie this.
Is this a big street?
I've got two at 352 from my position. They're on the hill.
Your western road, there's heavy contact on the west side.
I'm engaging 351.
Move out of this.
Let's keep it moving. I'm popping smokes.
Set
Let's keep
smoke,
it moving.
set smoke and move.
Have a crack back here.
They're about 50 meters straight through that doorway up on a hill.
Once you want to smoke billows, we're gonna move across.
Roger, I'm bandaging up the room real
We're
quick.
bounding across once the smoke billows.
I can get them if
10 Sierras.
well, just you're good. Alright, blue, we're moving.
Hey, hold, we're moving to the road.
Roof's up, right?
I got multiple casualties.
Hey, we took multiple casualties. You're gonna drag them back and you're gonna press hold.
This is a mass casualty.
Alabaster, check for an exit over there.
Ninja, if you can, bring them, just drag them to me. If you can.
No exit.
Hey, they're dead.
Yeah, they're smoked, Doc. They ain't up.
Alright, I got one alive
Hey,
back here.
Miller, I need you to back up. I'm gonna get a gun run on this road. Whenever we got some time.
If you need me to move this casualty, I can.
We gotta push back over there with them.
Back. Whenever we got time, I'm gonna call for it.
Yep, I'll move them.
We're moving now.
Hey,
Friendlies?
open this door. Open this door on the right. Open
Come
this for
through.
me.
I got you.
Tyler, gun run the road. You're good. Cleared hot.
I'm gonna provide rear security while we're here.
Good copy. 10 seconds. I'm watching this front entrance.
We got a gun run coming. We're holding pause here.
Stokes is
Get
back
back
up.
on your nest,
Hey,
guys.
whatever you need, brother. Take care of yourself. Your gun's right here on the
121.
wall.
We're back on that. Did you guys cross it?
BDA enemy suppressed. Good stuff.
This is where you
Watch
went
out
down.
for that
Your gun
AA.
should be over here. If it's not, it got deleted.
Yeah, they don't like you. Hey, Cloak, get over here.
Audible left, audible west.
I've got one at 350 up the roof. Oh, there's another one up there. 351 from my position.
There's three of them. There's three of them.
I'm gonna take this building.
Down. One ran across.
011, let me know when SVF is set.
All it takes is one RPG to kill fucking 4 of us.
Hey, Scout, I'm taking up building.
Down.
Chase it to the left. So
They're laying in the road. They're laying in the road now.
left side of the road, the west side. Copy. Platoon setting SPF for us. Oh, one. I've got nothing on this west road.
Hey, Ninja.
Go for 01.
Ninja, on
Hey, is that shit set? Cause we can move
window.
out of it. No, I'm walking, but...
What's up? Northeast
Alright,
window.
we're moving straight across the alleyway.
I can't.
I'm coming. Right side.
See them all?
We dead. That's weird.
No. There's all across the street. We got across the street.
Okay. Be advised, I got 1 times down on red team rendering aid time now.
One running across the road.
Good shit.
1 to 2, I'm back to fight.
Copy. Be advised, just hit one on blue. Me and 8-1 are gonna pull here.
Hey, do you need ammo?
No, it's my barrel's over. It keeps up. Like the temp is increasing on my primary gun.
We're taking
Even
shots.
though it's stored.
Okay, I got you. We're taking shots. I'm gonna bound over.
Okay.
There's nothing from here. Let's see.
Oh, 1, this is 1. Send it for 01. DP set, just mark that you guys across the road. Aggravated mark 0225, break 0220. It's 2-story, wooden exterior. You copy, breaking and moving.
Let's go. I got on the rooftop.
Be advised, I'm out of chest seals.
I got one.
I'm coming to you.
Blue team, I'm back
I
to
don't
fight
need
'em up
one.
with the,
I don't need
BB.
one.
Where are the shots coming from? That's close.
Right side across the street. It's for high.
I don't see him.
God damn it, get your fucking ass up, Alabama.
I'm trying. I'm feeling lazy.
Don't you die on me, God
This is
damn
1,
it.
I need to stay right on that cab.
I got some bills. Like, make sure you.
He's stable.
I think there were a couple guys laying in the street that
Yeah, there were.
regained consciousness and shot at me.
Ninja, drop me your salts. I need salts. Just drop them.
Let me know when that cat's up. We can get you across this road.
Tracking.
Contact rear. Moving rear.
Damn, brother, you really are being lazy. You're breathing, you got a pulse.
This happened
You
earlier.
just don't want to get up.
I'm on strike.
Fuck this war.
I'm holding the whole fucking operation up now.
No, they'll push ahead if they have to. Hey, I gotta wait on this casualty. It's just slow getting up. If you guys gotta push, go ahead. I'll catch up.
Hey, I'll push with it.
Solid copy 4-4. BP is still intact. We're gonna hold through your cross.
Let me carry him. We're just gonna go back and route. Yeah, tell him to carry it. We'll move with him. Hey, can you carry him?
Yeah, I can carry him. He's fine. He's just not getting up.
Well, it looks like we're carrying him. Alright, I'm moving up to him.
So lazy. You guys can carry me.
Crossing.
Mag. My gun's not working Alright, we got a casualty. You need to take a point with your guys.
Hey, I don't know where Alabaster went down, but he lost his gun. When he comes back up, he's not going to have one.
I got a pistol.
Back up.
Get him in the BP.
Flubbo, see you, buddy.
Yeah, take him to that building car left.
Sniper, long, I see him, 351 engaged. Hold, down. I'm coming from right my kill, stand by, I'm gonna shift left.
Mark it out a little bit.
Yep, Ninja Scout, Miller, next to Ninja Big Point.
Okay, you're gonna go right, I'll watch long.
Flubbo's, I cleared your jam, buddy. Your gun's up.
911, need you to convene over
Yep,
the
copy.
east side of BP. We're clearing out market. Need 1 times.
Flubbo's, your gun's there. It's clear.
Yep, appreciate it.
9-1, disregard glass.
I got Odin, we're taking it.
This is 1-2. We're taking this northeast building just across from you, catty corner.
Soft copy 1-2. I'm holding exterior south of 2-story.
Hey, Scott, can I check A-Tech real quick? 071 updated A-Tech with current enemy positions, over. We have 2 times directly in front of us, and we have 3 times directly to our southwest.
Hey, I got 1 times on the fucking second floor directly in front of me. Oh,
You cover
106.
your guys' casualty. We'll hold this event as B up until you get up.
Yeah, get in this third floor.
Yep. Stokes, get in here.
Solid copy 1-2.
This is just a stubborn casualty. I gotta move with him. I've done everything I can. He's just not coming up.
I got my pistol. But, hey, I'm working.
Hold.
Hey Meister, do you have any raisins? Can you feed me raisins?
We are to your east.
I'll be looking
Burn your west.
Hey, 1 time
He's
sniper, 1
perfectly fine. He just pulled it up. I mean, it is what it is. I just gotta carry him out.
Can you drop?
I gotta drop him and I can shoot.
Across the road, 2-story.
It is what it is. We have a casualty and we have to move him to the end.
For Stokes?
Or are we just...
Yeah.
Stokes, come down here.
Grab my M4. It's on the ground. Just
This
open
is
your
1-2.
inventory.
Hey, I got multiple across this building. 010.
Let's smoke out this do you guys have smokes? Let's smoke out this road and we'll continue pushing north.
Solid copy, smoking out his.
Blue team will take point. Blue team, we're taking point.
Doc, you stay with red team.
Brother.
Red team, blue's taking point across this
Ninja, get ready to get
bridge.
down.
We're going down
Ready?
behind the...
I got left, you got right.
Going right?
Going straight across. The hard one on my
Red
left.
team form on me west perimeter.
Pushing front.
Move it. Get on the wall. Get on the wall.
Miller, I need you on me timeout.
What'd you say,
I
Donnie?
need you on me timeout.
1-2, go ahead and start crossing.
Here.
Yep, where's Alabaster? Is he down?
Cross.
Yeah, I'm over here on the floor.
Alabaster's with me. Actually, that's crazy. They fucking left us. Alright, we're rolling.
I could just, okay.
Hell no, I'm not leaving you behind, brother.
We got document moving towards us.
Keep moving, keep securing. We don't have time for him to get back up. Let's keep fucking moving.
Hold on.
Hey, Stokes is down.
A lot of Freds, he's on out there. I got him.
Got it. Watch out left.
Go ahead. Stokes is down.
Doc, can't slip to the head.
Clear.
in front of you. To your left, to your left.
Does not allow me to pick up alabaster.
Let's move back.
Don't forget to feed my fish.
Oh, once he's down, giving him CLS.
Cancel my magazine subscriptions.
Hey, shit.
Hmm?
Concept 339. Bagging. I got no audio from whoever that was, Fawn or Raz, when they were shooting me. Drop him.
Alright, I'm putting my first round of chest infections.
We're in. Hey, buildings behind us are secure. Keep that
Alright,
security.
first round down.
071. This is 01.
Clearing bomb.
Do you see my stroke? He's still bleeding. Alright, directly across, I have context in that next building directly over. I'm gonna start firing in that direction. Stand by.
Oh my god, he had two.
I have context in that general area. I need suppression over there. Guns.
Die, my gun's out. I got alabaster.
Sure.
Take my ammo if you need to. Drop him and then take my shit.
I'll
take alabaster shit.
Yeah, you can grab my. I got 5.56.
Good run, good run, good run.
I have guns.
No.
I just had you on my back.
I got mags too.
Alright, ninja check.
Hold. There's one that's still up. No. Okay, we're good.
We got 2 people down. And only 3 up.
Hey, whoever else is down, somebody get on board.
On moving with these dudes on our back.
Copy, he's done. Alright, Kaz is done. I'm moving. There's one guy that's gonna be prone on that road.
Dog, when you're ready, get him up. We're going.
I can carry him. He's stable enough. I'm ready to move. Yeah, he's low on the road. I don't have a shot. Let's move.
Alright, ninja.
I'm moving. Down, Madigan. Wait, did we not get turned around? I thought south was our objective.
North is it. North is it.
Left side, 267 west, top of the large skyscraper. He's speaking.
Tower 1, be advised, 3 times wounded. Performance CLS on ninja.
I'm hit.
Hey, this building is clear.
263, the fucking hotel building.
Hey, stop jostling me.
I gotta patch it.
I'm just kidding. Can you give me some McDonald's? I don't feel like moving. I need a fish sandwich with a pickle, no cheese.
I'll hold our.
Can you guys see the LZ area yet up there?
Ninja's fucking dead.
Doc, push him into the building. Doc, we're secure.
I wish I would die. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, bastard.
Retarded.
My alabaster is just kind of fucked. I did everything I could.
Just
I did
super
all the
lazy.
medicine in my backpack.
I don't have vomit, do I?
No, you have nothing.
What the fuck?
You just won't go up.
No, he had vomit. I just cleared his vomit.
Oh, hey. See,
Probably threw up 'cause we gave him like
it
fucking-
came back. That's what happened in the training to me, is that I cleared his vomit and then it came back. So there must be another interval where you can puke again.
Hey, can someone get on?
1, be advised, one dude's currently wounded. We
Oh, the nice kill.
I'm back at disregard. I'm back with 2 times captures, conducting seals at this time on copy. If they don't get up, they don't get up. We just have to fucking move. We can't sit here all goddamn night.
Well, maybe combat effective first.
Hey, you tracking our position via ATAC?
How's that LZ look? Check that LZ, see what it looks like. It's going to be in that little intersection with the road, and have the pilot look over it, see how heavy it is.
Copy. Any contacts in that area, top 2 control, bombs on target, guns followed by rockets, HE destroyed, danger close, over, how copy?
Once we get to that LZ, we'll secure it, use that CCTV there, and smoke everything.
Kaz is going out near that LZ, stand by.
I'm up.
Guy, Kaz going out on that LZ, stand by.
Stand by, hold.
Solid
Kaz
copy.
going out.
Alabaster, I dropped you a gun next to you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I have two privates.
That sounded like it was done. Let's move.
Good copy. Run a racetrack in the overhead. Stay close, stay close.
Got a large ODA to cross.
I'm gonna let you down, motherfucker.
You got smokes, now's the time, Bill.
Yep. I got one more. He's up, he's up. Scout, you want my gun?
I'm good. You keep your gun. I'll take AK.
I got a secondary feed.
You're good.
Alright, you guys got 30 Sierras, we're moving across.
Legs are broken.
This is the one. We're coming across the road time now. Mark IR/strobe over.
Slow moving. I'm gonna get around this wall.
On this 22, the legs are broken right now, slow moving in the rear. Solid copy, 1-2, I'm giving suppressive over the west. Say again, suppressive west.
Good copy. Go and suppress. Hey, I'm gonna suppress west. That's him.
We keep him moving? Negative, 1-2, still needs to cross, slow moving, leg broken. Oh, one, this is one.
Got me. In the building. The 4-story building across the street. He's on like the 1st or 2nd story. I'm down.
Ninja, now get it ninja close, buddy.
That's the second time that's happened. Put in that same position. So, unbelievable. Yeah.
Hey, Les.
Just delivering a master's gun back to him because it was walking away.
It's not even my gun. Thank you.
And now it's underneath you. It can't move.
Thank you.
1-2, we're back in
It's a white glove service.
Copy, giving CLS to the east side of the cross.
I'm on him. Go ahead. I'll take over.
Tracking. He's got the numero 3 rack, so just give him a chest here.
Moving up on you, Miller.
Roger.
We're right next to that LZ, right?
Damn, Aldas, you don't got no saline on you? I'm out of my saline myself.
I have saline on me.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I can't look.
Is it in my belt? No.
It should be in my drop leg.
Roger, we're on LZ. We're gonna
Yeah, hit him with the soda.
defensive posture, and then we'll get that ready in.
Maybe I used it in training and didn't renew it. That's what it was. No, I had saline, but we used it in training, and I forgot to redo my kit.
Oh shit! Yep, you'll have that. It's all good.
I used it on die earlier. I remember now.
2 epi, 1 morphine, class 3.
We have a security around the LZ. There's a high wall.
Respiratory looks bad. You have no heart rate. CPR administered. I think they're flowing past us. I'm going to give you about 30 pumps, and I'm going to have to pick you up.
Sounds good.
Sounds like they're flanking from the south.
Roger, audible west, linking from the south.
They're still in this apartment complex to the south.
I got 1 times cardiac on my shoulders. I gotta move them.
What the fuck, dude? You're nobody.
Hey, Di, where are we flowing?
Yeah,
I gotta keep moving.
I'm moving to LZ. Phobos, get down here, please, buddy.
121, guys be secured. We're at LZ with you. Forward on the scene.
Some smokes up for this bird to land.
Miller, is there a ingress to this building here? I got a casualty. I need to work on him. Nope, that's the wall. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna drop him right behind you.
I got you covered, Doc.
One, this is 1-2, transport on the way to approximately 1 mic.
This is round 2 CPR.
Stokes, break down. You have an LZ set, buddy. You're doing 1 mic.
Second pulse. No pulse. Happy number 2 going in. Third round CPR. Alright, let's load the bird. Fuck it. I'll put him on.
Load me in there.
Yep, I got you.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Phobos, to your left. To your left. To your left.
Phobos is down. I'm down. 3 times casualty.
Pick him up and put him in.
Bandage whatever and get him in.
You can bandage us on the plane. Just get us on the plane.
If you get on yourself.
Scout, we're breaking down, Scout.
Break it down.
It is not letting me get in this bird.
Turn it down a little bit for me.
Yeah, you gotta come on the other side.
There we go. Alright, hey, somebody get in a passenger seat and bandage us that are winded. You can bandage us while we're on bird. There's 2 of us bleeding out.
You want me to get on? Alright, go.
I can't bandage you guys. Alright, well, Tyler, fly fast.
Yeah, I'm getting us back quick.
Hey, I'm waking up.
Sorry about that, AFK.
All good.
I get casualties out. If there are any still.
I think we got GM healed.
Ah, okay.
So they were doing this tribute to Elliot Smith at Largo, right? A couple years back. Flanny, the owner of the club, Mark Fleming, he says, "Come on down and sing a song. I know you love Elliot." So, okay. The thing is, his songs are not funny. You know, they're pretty sincere. And that's my thing is I don't really do it unless there's like a little pitch of humor or something. But anyways, I was like,
I think that was beyond 20 minutes.
Say Yes. They wanted me to do Say Yes.
Yeah, like I said, things change based on what I was doing.
In my car, hours and hours of trying to memorize it, writing it down. I did
It was just a mindset to keep moving.
Get it, you know, one of my favorite music.
Here, Phobos, I collected your rifle for you.
That's so nice of you.
Did you get mine?
Yeah, I know.
I only have one slot.
Are you gonna speak?
Howdy, my friends. After this
I.
Hold up. His mic broke.
Hello. Alright, you start.
Hello.
You started.
Alright, I'll continue to scout. Gentlemen, that was a very concentrated area of enemies. That was more than I would expect us doing, especially a small team unit. However, situation dictates, right? Looking at from team to team, I think the bounding needs a lot of working on. I'd like to run this iteration again as a group, more so, rather than splitting into two and see how that works. I'm not going to point anybody out. It's just the things I notice are we were getting stretched too far thin in a couple moments, and at least when I'm thinking of at it from a leadership perspective, I'm trying to preserve our lives no matter what situation we're in. Let's say somebody goes down a bad spot, we're already dealing with casualties, someone's on the second story, or they're exposed on a roadway, they don't have guys that are available to get to them immediately. That's so too, maybe they can't hear you if you're trying to say help over prox check, because we all know when we're unconscious we can't access our radios, right? That just pushes the team to stop even more, and especially with the mount, we want to be moving the whole time. So that's what I have to say. I'd like to run it again, but I'll pass it off to Scout.
Yeah. So, kind of like you said, heavy enemy presence. Initially, when I set up this lane, I wanted heavy enemy presence. This is also to kind of tie in with the CLS class. I wanted to see what we would do under casualties. Initially, I think we were doing good. As you can see, once we take one casualty, how much we slow down based on that event. You know, again, we're heavy enemies, so we need to take that time to stop as a team. I understand the group purpose. The only reason I put a team is just so people have a mindset of what group they need to kind of roll with. We did kind of Frankenstein them a couple times, but that's just how it works. But that's just to give an idea how we need to hold it down until we get that casualty back up, or we need to move with them on our back. So don't take this training event as an event of, I know towards the end we kind of got a little hectic, but don't take it as an event where this is how we're going to operate. It's just we're inducing the stress of a casualty in a town while we're moving. You can see how much it slows us down, and we need to ensure that we're providing that security. As soon as we kind of broke up some of that security around a casualty, we started taking more casualties. So it's a good learning objective. Obviously, I saw bad things. I did bad things myself, but you know, high stress gets in there. You know, in a real event or a GM thing where something that I did set up or a proper event, which you know something that Foreign and Laz has time to set up, I'm pretty sure we'd have the assets to do what we need to do. But again, this is kind of a heavy focus on CLS, heavy focus on trying to operate in this downtown environment. I like the use of bringing us indoors. We had a couple scenarios where we collapsed into a building and used that as a secure point, which I did like. But other than that, again, I can point out the little flaws, but that wasn't the primary objective, at least for me. It was just to put us in a stressful situation.
Right, and look, like when I look at the CLS portion of that training, everyone was tending. Everyone got to where they needed to be. If a guy was down, they were getting cover fire, getting that CLS going, and then getting Doc on it ASAP. Doc had a lot on his hands tonight, and that's just another stress test to put on him, but also on us to make sure that we're putting down fire superiority when he absolutely needed it. So that's a big positive I saw. You guys were covering your sectors at least when guys were going down, setting up that fucking 360 security, and using those 2 stories, houses, all sorts of shit as BPs, essentially. Get those dudes fucking in there and get them going.
Yeah, I think the first half of that went decently well. The second half, when we were actually started taking multiple casualties and dying, that's where it kind of got a little hectic, and everybody got a little bit wild gun from all angles, including myself. Tis the nature.
Born. No, I mean, first half was solid, minus the IDs, but whatever. I was trying to force casualties, wasn't trying to kill anybody, but that did not work out the way I wanted it to at all. AI, you guys wrote numbers, probably 100 to, not 100, but like 50 to 1, 25 to 1. There's a lot of AI. You guys need to work on crossing your sectors of fire, especially in these narrow alleyways and narrow drive paths. On one side, one guy watched one thing, but he's only watching one angle. A lot of times it was did to a few of you guys going out and try to shoot you guys in the leg to the best of my ability. Down ya. Make that CLS happen. Tyler, good flying. We tried to shoot out of the sky all night. Couldn't do it. That was Nazaric's goal, was to get you to be shot out of the sky.
I could tell, because I would go for a run and I'd hear about 10 to 20 RPGs.
That's his goal tonight. We did have to like resupply the AI 7 times. They kept shooting Tyler. They kept running out of ammo completely. So.
Wait, really? Like fully?
Yeah, they were under the
Damn.
back. So, I resupply different ammo back. Communication and comm sounded fluent. Sounded pretty good overall, but I would say that communication, I recommend some sort of IED training. You guys might be on EOD tech, but at least be able to identify them before running over top of them. And then, yeah. Overall, don't go off on all by yourself. Don't go into a building by yourself. Not a good idea. Especially if it's anybody else that needs it besides myself. That GM will probably fuck you up and take it and make sure you die.
I will say you did give it a good try.
I put down one AI on the rooftop after you went away yourself. And then I could have killed that and I ran out on the road and no one was watching the building I came out of. So I just stood there and said it until you killed me, I believe. But we're working it, getting better, getting fluent. These communications being better. obviously this sort of gunfight not really too realistic to an extent. I mean, you're never gonna have that narrow of a walkway with that fucking in it. That's just insane. But I think on all these, lot to work on. I know Scout and Doc Stokes learned from one of my learning moments. That's the only reason you guys got picked back up and not left at a fucking die. Because I don't think Stokes would have been able to do both of you guys at the same time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's just the broken leg mod. I literally couldn't even walk faster than a slow walk, and me trying to cross a road like that, I made the call for the doc to try to fix my legs, but obviously bad call.
Yeah, you just gotta be behind cover if you're gonna do that. Because Stokes died right there in that corner, swinging up the same spot again.
Didn't know that, but again, my bad.
Yeah, you good. Put Stokes on that corner, swing out again, then down both of you guys. And I was okay. And then one of you guys got me. Stokes may have got me. But then I was okay. Then you guys talked about it, kind of like redeemed yourself. You guys got picked back up, ready to go. Got in the fight. I'm not here to fuck you guys over. We're here to learn, get better, and new things from anybody else. Alright. Give me negative.
Not so much negative, no. I ran out of medicine, so I guess I need to just pack more. I packed quite a bit, but apparently it wasn't enough. I got a lot of people up, and then in like the case of Alabaster, I had him down to a hemorrhage 1, but salts weren't doing the trick, and I made the call to just pick him up and move. And we moved a good 1-2 blocks, still didn't come up. So, you know, it is what it is at that point. I think we moved well with him. We had people hopping on CLS, like for a specific example, I know Dai was on a guy, and then I finally got up to the X, told him, hey, get your gun up, hop off, I'll take over. He did just that, so that's good to go. Then we moved him into cover. But yeah, just we gotta work on casualty movement in mount situations. I think this was our first real training where we emphasized that, and it's definitely been better than what it's been on like Saturday nights where you got 5 dudes trying to care for a guy. I don't think I ever saw more than 2 people at one time like looking at a body, so that's good to go.
Ninja, what you got?
I'll say good. I did pretty decent. I wasn't using Kaz as much because I just want to see how we operate whenever I'm not calling in suppression over everything, so we can actually keep up. I mean, yeah, this was AA, but I still would have just said, hey, you know what, Tyler? I know you're confident, you know, doing your thing, dodging rockets, so go for it. You know what I mean? We could have definitely did something. But the only negative I gotta say is that, I mean, like, bro, whenever you go into a building, if you are gonna go by yourself, and I know why you're doing it because I did it too, just state so everyone is aware, hey, I'm going to this building, and you give your 3Ds. That way someone more than likely will break off with you. Because if you don't say anything, it's gonna confuse people, it's gonna hurt me. So just make sure you say something. That's all I got. So.
Alright, Alabaster.
I think everybody did really good. Sorry for shooting you, Phobos. I think movement was really good with injured. I was like unconscious most of the time, and I think everybody did really good moving me back to the LZ.
Miller.
My bad, folks. I stepped in front of him while he was shooting, so he shot me in the back of the head. That was on me. Movement was decent this time. Only one thing I did see, at one point in time, both teams recollected and started pushing towards, you know, the LZ again. Doc got left at a building behind with Alabaster as they were trying to move with no security. That was the only, like, big negative thing I seen.
Thorn, you kind of already hit on my parts. The only other thing is this barrel mod isn't working right. The air cooldown isn't working at all.
I mean, all in all, I'm pretty much sure everybody's covered everything. So I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys did pretty good on the ground. I was watching you from above with the strobe. I don't really have anything to critique because I was just kind of above.
I will say though, if the leadership does go down, whether it's me or Die, because I know we both went down at the same time at one point in time, and you guys really stalled out. Anybody can make a call if you need to take a team or set up a position. Do that. I know when Die went down, his team went down, and I switched over to his net. And I know Doc, you were responding to me because you were with them, but I was asking what was going on. And then same with me. I know when my team went down, Die was harassing Ninja to move my side to where he needs them to be. So just make sure we just communicate. Communication is what's really going to help us. Don't be afraid to talk.
Again, I'll bring it all the way back to day one. Intentionality with movements, that tying in with leadership going down at the same time. You guys all know what you're doing. And it's not even to an extent. Everyone here has been doing urban warfare now for over 3 weeks. So it's just about making those tough calls. One thing I do want to see more of, and I'll try to start working more into our training sessions, is stack discipline. Know your place, know where you need to be. Don't go veering off, because you can make it really shitty for the rest of the team. If and when you go down, we might not even be able to fucking hear you. So that's all I got.
Well, if anybody has anything for me, let me know. But good, here we go.
Yeah, Forn, I want to talk to you offline.
Hey, real quick. So Humid wanted me to ask you about him joining the Milsim. I'm good to go.
Listen to us.
Go to my office. Up in the door.
Is everybody good?
Yep.